It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Today I want to do a venue review on the recently renovated Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. It's a venue I had been to a bunch right before they shut it down for renovations, and I just went to it Saturday for the J. Cole For Your Eyes Only tour stop on Long Island. So the first thing I noticed about this venue, which was originally opened up in 71, is the typical look of the concrete and cement, boring, kind of blase feel of the exterior had been kind of blocked off, and a face mask was put on. That face mask was a nice, unique little metal scaffolding design, which gives the venue a little bit more of an artistic swag. Definitely a great addition because the original exterior looked kind of bland. With that exterior, as soon as I pulled in the parking lot, walked up to the gates, you see brand new signage for the gates and a special VIP entrance for people who are willing to pay a little bit extra to have a VIP lounge area. So this VIP lounge area, $55 for the J. Cole show. I don't know if it's that for every show. I'm sure for bigger events you got to pay more. But that area gets you exclusive dining options, an exclusive area to just chill and relax, exclusive bathrooms as well. You can look it up on the site for the renovated Nassau Coliseum and look at what shows are available, what events, preseason matchups for hockey and basketball are available, so that if you want that access, you can get it, impress clients, impress your girl, impress your mans, get the kids in a nice little dining area to make them feel special. So that's definitely a cool little addition, is this VIP area here that they really kind of ramped up for the reopening of the venue. Other thing you'll notice as well, the exterior, there's little turf fields as well. I don't remember it being there, but every time I've been there, it's been winter. But it definitely looks like they replaced a little bit of the concrete with some sort of synthetic kind of grass area right outside the venue. I'm sure they're going to use that for preseason basketball, preseason hockey, maybe put some, like a little basketball hoop, or put a little, fake ice thing and you can shoot the puck or whatever. But it's definitely a little area. I'm sure certain events will have some exhibits or extra features on a game day or event day. Walk into the venue for the J. Cole show, and I go to the bathroom, and the bathrooms are renovated. Everything's brand new, all automated stuff. The stalls, the urinals, automated. The dispensary for your hand towels, the sinks, the soap dispensaries, all automatic, all so fresh and so clean. Definitely a great renovation of the bathroom. Now, as far as the bathroom size, it is about the same as the older Coliseum bathrooms, which were disgusting and dirty. And this was a concert, a little harder to gauge, but the bathroom lines flowed fairly well because it's a concert. One concern I think I would have is if this was the preseason hockey game coming up, Islanders, Flyers, I believe it is. And ironically, I think the basketball game is Nets, Sixers. So Philly's coming in for both of those, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I believe that's what it is. I think when you get to half times, you're going to have some longer bathroom lines, just because with sports you have specific stop periods where people go to the bathrooms. And I think that during intermission and halftime, you will have those lines still. But nevertheless, the bathrooms are more organized. There's a better traffic flow. They're clean, which is a plus. So that's a great thing to have. The outside area that used to kind of be a smoking area, for the summer concert season at least, they're allowing it to be a beer garden, so you can get beer and chill outside on a beautiful sunny day should the weather permit it. And it's a nice little area that they're utilizing as a beer garden. Everything is new, all the taps and all the little levers and all the areas, the places to sit down are all new, all clean, all fresh. So definitely a great renovation with this little exterior area that's gated in, and you can still get back into the venue to go to this concert or go to see the game start after you're done drinking your beers. Concessions, all new. The food is really good. Nothing extraordinary great, but the food's good. And I had some chicken little chicken tenders and fries, and it was like 16 bucks. Hey, it's New York. Hey, it's concessions at a venue that's doing sports and entertainment, so you're expecting those high prices. But it could have been worse. They could have hit my wallet a little more for the New York City area pricing. So it wasn't bad. When we get into the actual venue where the seating is, the seating tiers look exactly the same, which is a pro. The reason it's a pro is because the Nassau Coliseum, in my opinion, has been one of the best venues where every seat is fairly decent. Sure, there's some obstructions here and there back at the old Coliseum before it was renovated, but every tier is on top of each other. There's no mid-level suites, and really the upper bowl is at the same level as mid-level suites on venues like the Barclays Center or TD Garden or Staples Center. I mean, you can't beat how close the cheap seats are to the actual surface of whatever is going on. One thing you'll notice though is the upper bowl has a little bit more of a uniform kind of look. By that I mean there's a clear walkway and there's clear stairs that go up, and there's a little wood paneling when you're going down the walkway and you're walking around that kind of level between the upper bowl and mid-level. It looks a lot cleaner and fresh. All the seats have been replaced in the bowl areas, lower, middle, and upper bowl areas. They have new seats completely. Same kind of seat distance, so you're not going to get more leg room in the cheap seats. I sat in row 4 of section 224. It was the first full row of seats for that section, and it was a nice view, but the seats, again, it's the same leg room as the old Coliseum. The floor seats, if you're going to a concert there, going to see UFC there, or some sort of boxing match, the floor seats are all new. They look really comfortable and fresh as far as those seats that are going to be on a floor for specific events that need those. I think that the great thing about this new venue is that they, like I said, they didn't change and add suites in the middle. You're still going to have a lot of seats. However, I believe the capacity numbers have gone down just because they cut out different areas and they made some stuff, trimmed some stuff up. So concerts, what they're quoting is $14,500 for an end stage concert. That may change for events like J. Cole, which were in the round. Essentially, it's like a UFC octagon type stage. So I'm sure with the J. Cole show I went to, and Jay-Z's doing the same type of octagon type, almost UFC setup, you may get a little more than $14,500. I'm not sure, but $14,500 for concerts. Basketball is $13,500, and ice hockey is $1,300. So you do have a little bit smaller area of seating and capacity. As far as the parking has stayed the same, and that's great. The Nassau Coliseum, compared to the Barclays Center, compared to Madison Square Garden, has the easiest parking options in the tri-state area as far as New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, at least the parts that are close in the New York City metro area. And the reason I say that is everything is on site. They have plenty of parking on site. For J. Cole, $20 in advance. If you buy it on Ticketmaster, I scan my phone, so I pay with it on my app, scan it from my phone, that's $20. Day of event parking for regular, just general parking, is $30, which really, if you think about how, parking for the Barclays, if you want to be close and official parking in Manhattan, MSG, Madison Square Garden, it's much more than that. So you can't beat $20 if you do your research, $30 at the gate. The way out leaving the venue, as long as you get there fairly early and park by the exit, you're going to get out there very quick. I actually got out quicker at this J. Cole show than I do in downtown Hartford for events here in Hartford at the XL Center. And that's saying a lot, just because, look, New York City area, traffic flows are a lot harder than in Hartford. So it was an easy way out of the venue, and really that's what makes or breaks concerts. When you know you got a long wait, when you know you got to take 5 different trains or Metro North out of the city, it kind of makes the way back seem so long and rigorous. But I was on the Parkway in a flash, and then I was able to get home, even though it's a long drive, like 2.5 hours from my crib. Still very easy, and really, for people like me in Connecticut, the parking situation, if you're in between New York and Boston, like I am in central Connecticut, it's much easier than if I went to a TD Garden show in Boston and then had to worry about the ridiculous tunnel exit of Boston or taking the T somewhere to drive and then leave. So really easy getting out the venue. I think an AEG is running this. AEG is booking shows for many artists that are even hitting up MSG or the Barclays, and they're scooping them up for one show or two shows in the new Coliseum. I think this is going to be your go-to venue if you just want the ease of getting in and out of a venue and you live in the New York City area. If you want the location of all the seats really being on top of each other, truly, which you don't see in a lot of these new venues, truly you're on top of the next section. Every view is a great view. The parking, the view, and the renovations will really make this show that you're going to see at the Coliseum the better show to go to in the New York City area. So if your artist Roger Waters, Jay-Z, and I know J. Cole just passed, but artists who are doing a bunch of shows in the tri-state area, I would suggest going to the new Coliseum if your drive is equal distance or you're trying to find the easiest way to get in and get out, because Newark is terrible. It's Newark. Long Island is easy, and Queens, Brooklyn, the Barclays Center is a little, you're going into more of a city, and the parking is going to be a little bit different. In Manhattan for Madison Square Garden is rough. So if you see people like Roger Waters, like Jay-Z, and others, I think this will be a continuing trend. You're going to see artists who sell out New York City's major venues, Barclays and MSG. They're going to try to throw an extra show there at the new Coliseum just because they can, and AEG is going to be that plug that's respected to hook up that extra show. I would go to the Coliseum. Unless you want, there's nothing like going to a show at the Madison Square Garden, point blank. I've seen Billy Joel there, 21 Pilots. I've been to basketball games there for college and pros. There's nothing like it. But if it's just an average concert, they're doing the same set list every night, or even if they're doing a bunch of different shows, in my opinion, the convenience and the view of the seats. You get a cheap seat, you get a mid seat, you get a lower seat. You're going to have the best views of the stage if you go to the Coliseum compared to MSG or the Barclays, where, again, a lot more separated. The upper deck is separated by those large suites. Even at MSG, they have that kind of new Madison Club suite level. You're still higher up. So this is definitely my pick for shows in the future. If they have multiple shows, I would say go to the Coliseum. The parking alone is worth it. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely comment, like, subscribe. Otherwise, I'm out.